What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are here for another discussion, and this is something you guys probably would have expected me to do, or not expected me to do, due to what's blasting all over the internet. Is we see the dispute between Marvel and Sony. Yes, of course, from what you're seeing already, this is what we're going to be talking about, and I'm going to be putting my opinion on it as well as facts from what I've been seeing, from what I know, what I heard, and just my own opinion, my own overview on this, as well as also facts and also from what I've been hearing just from other people that have given their statements on this, that have put their thoughts out here, that have given information, that's supplying information. And we need to definitely talk about this because, first off, let me say, I am a major Spider-Man fan. If you guys don't know this, guys, I've been watching Spider-Man as long as I've been alive. And that's 26 years, about to be 27 years. And Sony, of course, was the holders of Spider-Man. And it really did me a lot of things to really think about this, because I honestly thought, of course, Stan Lee created Spider-Man, and then Sony got a hold of him, and then they let Marvel borrow him for like pretty much their mascot, quote unquote. And for years it went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Marvel, the way Marvel has been is, of course, and let me say this, guys, this is about money. This is about money. There has now been officially, I believe, 7 Spider-Man movies. There's been 7 Spider-Man movies, live action. If you exclude the multiverse one that was out, and honestly, that was the best one, guys. That probably would have been the best one, out of my opinion. Now, there are other Spider-Man movies in works. There are works on Sony's side as well as Marvel's side. Now, when the deal ended, or the deal was still going on, let me rephrase this. As far as I know, there was 2 more, actually 3 more Spider-Man movies in works, supposedly with Tom Holland. Now, I'm going to get to Tom Holland here in a second, later on. We've had issues with every single Spider-Man movie. Sony had theirs, Marvel had theirs. Tobey Maguire, when he was Spider-Man, it was good. Yes, there was issues. I have stated that countless times before, not just with the acting. I did not like Kristen Dunst as Mary Jane. The whole coming out of the arm with the webbing, I did not like that at all. It was because of how he made the web shooters. They went to the comics to a certain degree. J.K. Simmons as Jonah Jameson was absolutely brilliant. I love him as J. Jonah Jameson. Eddie Brock in that one, and the third one was completely lame. James Franco in there as Harry Osborn. Again, when I look back at it now, I'm like, okay, it wasn't that bad, but it could have been better. And then we go on to the Andrew Garfield films. Those were good to a certain degree until Garfield did what he did, disrespecting the franchise like he did. And I did not care for that at all. That's when I was like, okay, done. And the suit, here's the thing, guys. In every single generation, we've seen Spider-Man grow from the suit to Peter Parker to the villains. And the villains were good to a certain degree as well in each single film. But at the same time, there was issues with the actor or with the story, the writing, and it's always happened. Sony has screwed up, yes. Marvel has screwed up, yes. Sony is now bringing back what they have or what they own. Let me just rephrase that. They're saying, from the last I saw, and this is update to this day, guys, on August 22nd of 2019. I don't know when I'm going to let this video out due to the craziness, but we have where they say this is going to be a sort of Disney relationship, and I'm going to get to that here in another second. Then we also had Stan Lee's daughter blasted Marvel as well as Disney because of lack of respect to her father's legacy. Now, again, I have so much respect for Stan Lee because, again, he created characters for that made my childhood. And I'm definitely going to side with the man that created all these characters before I side with anybody, before I side with Sony, before I side with Marvel. Because if you really think about it, without Spider-Man, Marvel is still big, but Spider-Man is Marvel's poster boy. He's been like that for years. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't seem to understand. We're going to have Spider-Man movies no matter who owns this franchise. No matter who owns this franchise. Whether it be Sony, whether it be Marvel, whether it be Disney, whether it be some random effing person that buys the whole stock and character and everything. Which I doubt that would happen, but, money's money. So, more than likely what I can see happening is Disney getting involved and going, okay, well, we're going to buy Sony. Doesn't mean Sony's going to accept the deal, because there was supposedly offers going on, and Sony was like, no. And I'm glad Sony's not really kind of bending over and taking it from Disney, because Disney has been wanting to do this for so long. Disney is a good company, yes, but also they get into certain the executives and people that they go down the chain from up top. They get into other departments they should have no rights in. If you hire certain people, then why are you getting involved when you should let these people handle? Like within Marvel, you should let them handle with Marvel. Don't get involved. Same thing with Star Wars. Let them handle Star Wars, the ones that were already there, as well as also who you put in there just for whether it be eyes or in charge, whatever. Let them handle it. Let them handle it. Don't get involved unless you really have to. And that's what really upsets a lot of people. And a lot of these people are so, I hate Sony. No, because you need to understand this. Sony has been doing their own thing as well as Marvel. Marvel was like, oh, we're going to take Spider-Man. Sony was like, okay, you can have Spider-Man for right now, but guess what? We're going to take him back. And that's cool, because maybe they need to fix this. Because honestly, the last two movies have sucked, out of my personal opinion. I'm not trying to bash Tom Holland. I'm not trying to bash any of the actors and actresses. Is it the best casting choice? Not really. And in my opinion, they could have casted a lot of different people, because the way that they have Tom Holland being as Spider-Man is like a sidekick, and I don't like that. I don't like seeing Spider-Man as a sidekick. They didn't have that in the other two movies. They made him look like a sidekick in Civil War, which, okay, yeah, we're going to be Spider-Man. Okay, that's good. But they still make him look like a sidekick in his other two movies. And that's just retarded, in my opinion, because they make him look so weak. And we all know Spider-Man is not weak. He's smart, he's strong, he's capable to be a leader. Yes, this is like the development of young Peter Parker to the Peter Parker / Spider-Man we all know and love. But at the same time, it's like, come on, we gotta see more development than what we've seen. And the same thing with the acting choices, and they're doing this to appease people. And I don't like that neither. It's like, don't get certain people just to appease other fans or people. Give the characters actual people that can do the character correctly. And that's all. It's that simple. And I don't know why they don't do that. They did that in the last few Spider-Man films. And I'm like, really? Why did they get Kristen Dunst to play Mary Jane? Or, they could have got somebody different for Andrew Garfield to play Spider-Man. Or they could have gotten someone different to play Harry Osborn in the very first three movies, or somebody. But it's done, it's over with, and it happens. Spider-Man is going to be around when I have kids, when everyone who listens to this, y'all are going to have kids, or y'all have kids now. Spider-Man is going to be around for a long time. It's been around since as long as before I can even remember, before I was even alive. So no matter who owns this, they're going to have rights. They're going to have everything to deal with Spider-Man, no matter if it is Marvel, Sony, Disney, whoever owns this franchise. Honestly, I think Sony needs to have rights to Spider-Man as of right now, due to they did Venom. Venom, when it came out, everybody's like, oh, it's going to suck. Oh, it's going to really, it sucked. But it beat almost every single Marvel movie, including Avengers, in the box office. So they must have done something right. And I love the Venom movie. I love it. It's amazing. The only thing I did not like was because they did not have the emblem on the chest and a few other things. Other than that, and again, it should have been R-rated. So screw what anyone else thinks about that. That is my own personal opinion. That's not going to change. And then you have the Morbius movie coming out. You have other movies coming out that have been part of the Spider-Man universe. And that is the reason why that they're bringing Spider-Man back over to Sony, because I believe that that's what they're trying to do. It's like, okay, look, Marvel, you had your time. Guess what? Pulling them back. This is what we're going to do. And honestly, maybe that's what they need. Maybe this is what they need, Sony needs, Spider-Man needs, as well as Marvel. Marvel needs to take a break from Spider-Man, and Sony be like, okay, kid, this is what we're going to do. This is what we need to do. And that's possible what needs to happen. And from what I'm seeing, Marvel has not really given a lot of respect to Stan Lee like they should have. They have to a point. And you have the executors that did not even pay respects to the daughter of this man and his family right when he died. But you have actors that put out their condolences right when it happened. No, that don't make no sense to me, guys. I mean, come on. This, again, it's about money. It's about money, no matter what anyone says, it's about money. But at the same time, you have to show respect at the end of the day to where you're getting your credit, to how you got your start, to how the character was created. Because without this character, you wouldn't be where you're at. Because you look at Robert Downey Jr., you look at Chris Evans, you look at Scarlett Johansson, you look at so many different other actors that without this character, they probably would not be where they're at. And Robert Downey Jr. has even said himself that he would probably not be where it's at without Iron Man. Same thing with Chris Evans. Same thing with Scarlett Johansson. Because they do such an amazing job with this character. And we've had so many issues with Spider-Man that maybe we need another actor. Maybe we need a better movie. Maybe we need better writing. Maybe we need better story. Maybe we need better characters, better villains, something. And I'm going to give Sony the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to try to give them the benefit of the doubt. If they screw this up, then I'm going to be like, guess what? They screwed up. Just like I did with Marvel. I was like, okay, let's get Marvel. They screwed up. They dropped the ball. Okay, Sony, let's see what you got. Ball's in their court now. So that is my handle on it, guys. You guys can disagree with me. You guys can agree with me. I'd like to hear your thoughts about this. Do you think Sony needs to give Marvel Spider-Man, or do you think that they need to kind of take the reins on this and see what they can do? Do you think Tom Holland should still be Spider-Man? Do you think they need to get a different Spider-Man? Do you think that what is your personal opinion? This is me right now. If Tom Holland's going to do Spider-Man, okay. If not, okay. If Spider-Man is going to go to Sony, okay, fine. If it's going to go to Marvel, okay, fine. But listen, guys, improve the story, improve the characters, improve the writing. Don't give it this BS of appealing to other people's needs. I'm like, oh, well, you're appealing to your needs. I'm not saying to appeal to my needs. I'm saying appeal to what the character is actually about, as well as what it was supposed to be. Not for what Marvel wants it to be, or Disney wants it to be, or hell, even Sony. When it comes out in a comic, it has been around way before my time, or before your time, before your dad, mom, grandma, whoever time, do it. Just do it. I don't see the problem of why they don't do that. They do it to a certain degree. But I think they need to improve. So, let me know what you guys think. I personally think that Disney needs to stay out of this. Marvel, this is between Marvel and Sony. Sony and Marvel was in this way before Disney even came around to even own this franchise. So the way I look at it, Disney, you can stay your ass out of this. Because this is between Marvel and Sony. That's it. Disney needs to stay out of it. Because this was a partnership / deal / compromise with these two companies before Disney even owned Marvel. And Disney's now trying to get involved. So, honestly, that is my full opinion. You guys can agree with me. You guys can disagree with me. You guys can look up these facts. You can be like, hey, man, this is, whatever. Guys, here's the thing. I'm not saying for you to agree with me. I'm not saying for you to disagree with me. This is about just a discussion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, just like I am, just like you are, just like the guy next door, the girl next door, whatever. Doesn't matter. We're all Marvel fans at the end of the day. We're all superhero fans at the end of this day. I love Spider-Man. I don't like this version of Spider-Man. The best version of Spider-Man I saw was in the animated version we saw with Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy and Peter Parker and all that. That was probably the best version of Spider-Man I've seen in my entire life in a movie setting. But the best setting I've ever seen of Spider-Man was Spider-Man the Animated Series in the 90s. That was the best version of Spider-Man in my opinion. But again, guys, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. If you guys are enjoying your day, Let me know what you think about it. If you guys agree, disagree, I'd like to know what your thoughts are about this. Again, this is going to be going on for a good while, depending on what happens with the dispute, as well as with the connections, the just everything in general. So let me know what your thoughts are about it in the comments down below. Do not know when I'm going to be uploading this video. Probably will be today, probably will be tomorrow. I'm not exactly sure when. Don't want to bombard you guys with so many videos, but I did figure I wanted to get this out there and give you guys my thoughts on this. So let me know what you think. If you guys are new, consider about subscribing. Links down below as normal. Let me know your thoughts about this Spider-Man issue, and we'll go from there. And I'll be seeing you guys on the very next one.